look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with the Vandy head coach before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room.
And the ball is loose on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team. Takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football. Something good can happen, so you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up, they want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
The Commodores offense as they take control of the football first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Here's a heat. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out. Right-hand side to see if something positive can happen, but all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
So Georgia's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get our first look at Gunnar Stockton. He had a very hard time throwing it to his own guys last time out. A 6. Reception game in the loss. He wants to change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. False start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete to the left. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go right back downfield. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Pulled down for the tackle. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Wants to bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Makes the grab and room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side, but this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going, get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Carter. He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Vanderbilt sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. Handoff for Frazier. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, checking in from the Vanderbilt sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Pulls it and runs it again.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Keeps it on 1st down. Can't get him to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Runs through a tackle. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Commodores will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They need hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
Hands it off on the counter. Runs through the tackle. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're...
There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's
finding some room. Picks up the first down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
He'll try it again. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Here's a give to Frazier. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They'll move the tight end. Handoff for Frazier. Got enough for the first. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
On first down, Nate Frazier. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
From the red zone, it's Frazier. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Quarterback making checks. Here's Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the screen. Makes the catch, and he's free. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The holder will put it down at midfield. A 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's lead things off with the Utah State Aggies taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's Utah State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium in Athens. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, I did catch up with the Vanderbilt head coach at halftime. This is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said, our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Frazier. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. This time he wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Turning it on. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The play action fake. They're working that left side, and he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Off the boot, looking for his man. He'll throw it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Commodores decide to punt it away. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Keeps it on the bootleg. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it! Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. They go right back to him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He'll set up to throw. Complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your zone. You know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the run, it's Alexander. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to... conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's bad enough on offense to turn it over. It's even worse, though, David, when we let a D lineman flip the field up. What happened there?
It was greatness is what happened. I don't know.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. This offense works best when he is going, and then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They'll give it to him again. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Alexander. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And here comes the punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Dropping back, it's Montgomery. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Flips it out in the flat. Really short gain on that one, defense all over him. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
Number 8, on to punt it away.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces. Zone for a touchback. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. There's
nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish.
Breaks into the open. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Grove.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame. He told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
Appreciate that. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball first today. And we are going to be treated to a great show today, Jesse. 2 of the most dynamic players in the country in the same backfield.
And you got to give this coaching staff credit for bringing these 2 guys into the program, right, David? You're lucky if you just have the quarterback. But on top of that, you get this game-breaking running back, and this is so difficult for a defense to stop.
That's so frustrating because I got to stop the run game. I got to really get focused, get numbers, but then the quarterback can hurt you. This duo is one of the best in the country. They do it against every single defense. People are still looking for answers.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. To try to get him going there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff for Frazier. There's some room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
On first down, Nate Frazier. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds the tight end. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the 1st down.
It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And here comes Keelan Russell. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. Keelan Russell. Got a man. It's Edwards. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Sweet cut there. Makes a pass. you some room here. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Trying to run, it's Hill. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Russell. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Russell on play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Throwing Russell. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown Bulldog. The defense putting points on the board.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tide ready to roll on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Russell. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Bought a little time, lets it go. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Handoff, Frazier running left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Line getting set on second down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. Has really proven to be a great back.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. On the move at the 30. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They go play action with Russell. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Rodgers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Keelan Russell buying some time. Got room at the 35. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hill. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Looking to throw, it's Russell. Get it out on the screen. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down, now set up 1st and goal.
Beck's going for the goal line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He's got his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. To the air. It's Stockton. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Got the quick pass.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. They run inside. It's Hill. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Obviously didn't like what he saw in first down, and they used a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Russell. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. and they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Rodgers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 4 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Huskers looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I did speak with the Alabama head coach at halftime. He is very pleased with how his quarterback is performing. As you guys know, he has become really firmly entrenched in this Heisman conversation, getting to be a little bit later in the season. But his performance has got to match that hype. And in the first half, so far, so good. Very pleased with what they're seeing. And Coach said he wants to keep that going here to start the second half. Nice.
Okay, Holly.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now on first down from the 28. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
and Russell. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Motion from the wideout. Russell on play action. Looking to scramble. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Pressure coming. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 35, he's open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A first down for the offense. Wants to throw it again. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
It's some... Backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Handoff, Frazier running left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to